we've heard a lot about NDC, one order, Interline, MITA, current framework, offers, orders, a lot of terminology. So I would assume you would wonder, but where do we stand with all that from an industry perspective? And I think it would be good before we go into the Q&A session to kind of finalize this session and to, if you allow me, to provide you a short status on where do we stand today from an industry standpoint in terms of the work that has been done, that is currently being done, or we're planning to do next year. So Jojo, we can go to the next slide. And I will start first with the work that have been conducted and started in last year in 2019 in the Interline group. And here the main important message or to highlight is that the objective of the group when working last year and starting the work last year was really to put the foundation of a new Interline framework, very much based into a retailer supplier type of interaction, and which has at its core the concepts of the offer and the order that have been introduced by the NDC one order programs. We've heard talking about them, but really looking into that retailer supplier type of interactions with offers and orders, and relying on the new distribution capability standards. So in other words, kind of trying to get rid of just labels and making sure that when it comes to Interline, we're looking to a framework that can little by little really support all these new types of partnerships while helping the airlines to look and to implement a much more retailing-based approach. When the virus and the crisis have started, the work that had been started last year have been put on hold. So that was beginning of this year. And the endorsement of our board of governance, actually the goal from a short-term perspective was to work and to focus on a set of activities very much relying on the current and existing framework that we have today and existing capabilities. So maybe in other words, much more focused on the legacy pieces that airlines are using today when building Interline. Very quickly to highlight that a couple of activities have been initiated, part of the short-term package of work around creating more awareness and education on the current multilateral Interline framework, propose some simplifications to the existing standards, or propose new recommendations, and implement new IATA services. And here, maybe the key one that I would like to highlight is the IATA Interline repository, Airline Interline repository, that we have recently built and which is live since a couple of weeks ago, and which we really encourage you to be part of and to use, because this is a really helpful tool for the airlines to help them to easily identify new potential Interline partnerships. Now, looking towards what's next, what's coming from a mid-long-term perspective, it's very important to highlight the fact that we're looking to continue the work that has started last year. So we're looking to continue all these explorations in terms of interlining, an interlining framework based on offers and orders, with the same key objectives to support simplifying and enabling the setup of new type of Interline partnerships. Well, we've been hearing during this session about ticketing, ticketless models, but also by the end of the session, we've been hearing even more about enlarging this spectrum and going further and looking into the intermodal world. So the rail, for example, plus air model. So to finish on this one, we will be looking to organize a dedicated webcast by the end of the year. First of all, to share with you more details on the work that has been done this year and, of course, the next step. but also because we've had received quite a lot of high interest from other providers that would like to participate in this kind of session and webcast, and that are also innovating in this space and would like to share more. We're also looking to organize a second webcast in the coming months and give these other providers as well the possibility and opportunity to share these insights and these solutions with you. Meanwhile, what I will say is keep an eye on our Interline webpage, which is on iata.org. It's very easy to access it. You just type iata.org/Interline. There you will be able to find this webcast that has been recorded and that we will publish on that page. But you will also be able to find other informations related to the standards, relating to the tools and utilities that we currently have today to support the multilateral Interline framework, and that we're currently also working from a future of Interline perspective. So all that you can find into the Interline page on iata.com.